Hi everyone, this is Mark from ModernDayLevite.com. Just wanted to share with you today a little bit about preparing a place for His presence. A number of years ago I was going through a study in 1st and 2nd Chronicles, and I came to 1st Chronicles 15 verse 1, and it says this: After David had constructed buildings for himself in the city of David, he prepared a place for the ark of God, and he pitched a tent for it. Well, I got to the end of that verse and the Lord said, "Stop, I want you to read that again." So I read it again, and He said the same thing, read it again. So after reading it a third time, I just asked Him, "Lord, is there something you want to show me in this?" And He asked me a question. He said, "How do you prepare a place for me?" And so I had to think about that for a minute, and I said, well, and I gave a list of things that I did, and He said, "The bottom line is you don't prepare a place for me very well." And pretty much laid out for me that I got to church or to a meeting roughly an hour ahead of time, got a quick sound check, prayed my guts out with the team for God to do something in the meeting, and then typically we really wouldn't start hitting it until about 2 or 3 songs into worship. And the Lord said, "I want you to be at church," specifically was telling me about our church, at 7:30. Which is 2.5 hours before our service begins. And I said, "Okay, 7:30. What would you like me to do at 7:30? And He said, "I want you to worship." That was a very foreign concept for me, to prepare to lead worship by worshiping. And yet what I saw was that in that time, God was giving me strategy on what He wanted to do in the worship time. He was telling me what songs He wanted us to do. And He was using that time to line me up so that I was operating out of my spirit and I could enter right into worship. And from the very first day He had me do it, I saw a tangible difference in the presence of God and in the anointing that was on worship. So I just want to encourage you that if you are not preparing a place for Him by worshiping, by praying, by getting into the Word, by getting your spirit activated so that you can enter in and worship Him in spirit and in truth, I want to encourage you to do that. Worship is a great way to do it, and so I hope this has helped you today, and that your worship goes to a new level through new revelation. Happy worshiping.